Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Today we're going to be checking out a knife brand that, well, there's really not a whole lot known about it. As you can see there on the box, it is the CJRB brand of knives. Now, what CJRB is going to be is basically Artisan's budget line of knives, but just under a different brand name, so to speak. Now, as I said, if you go on Artisan's website, there's a heading for CJRB knives, and you go look at it, and there's not much there. So I actually talked with Artisan a little bit, asking about these knives. Now, these knives were sent out by Artisan to the pass-around group. There was actually 5 different models sent out. I know Geared Toward Gear had one. He just released a review on one just recently, a few days ago. And now this one is the CJRB J1903 Taiga, I believe is how you say it. It's Taiga. At first I thought it was Taiga, but the A is before the I, so I'm going to go with Taiga is the way to pronounce it. But as I said, pretty much going to be Artisan's budget line, but just under a different name. And that's pretty much the way it sounds like it's going to be. So let's zoom out a little bit and we'll take just a little bit of a closer look at it. As you can see, the Taiga here, this one has got kind of that gray or slate blue G10 scales over stainless liners. Now, as you can see, there's not a whole lot of milling going on the liners. It's got a stainless steel pocket clip for right or left hand tip-up carry. So ambidextrous carry in a budget knife is always an awesome option as far as I'm concerned. Now the Taiga has got a 4 3/4 inch handle length, and as I measure it, it has a 3 5/8 inch grip length. Now if you're new to the channel, when I measure grip length, I measure natural grip from this point to this point right here. So in my 3 3/4 inch hand, that's pretty much what it looks like. Taiga is obviously a flipper knife. Ball bearing pivot. Not 100% sure if it is ceramic or stainless. I did not ask Artisan about that. And then, of course, as you can see there, it is a liner lock. Now, once it's open, you see there you've got a 3 1/2 inch D2 drop point blade. CJRB logo there. You've got a stonewash finish. 3 1/4 inch cutting edge. Now you can see you got the model number 1903 D2 and made in China by Artisan Cutlery. You've got an 8 1/4 inch fully open length on the Taiga. Now it always sounds like I'm saying tiger, but I'm saying it with like a, I don't know, New York accent. Taiga. It's a Taiga. I don't know. Sorry, Ray, if you watch this. I'm not busting it on New Yorkers' chops. I'm really not. We're going to get some measurements on this guy. We're going to start out in grams. 137 grams. Or 4.9 ounces. Now, as you know, I talked about, there's not a whole lot of milling going on those liners. So if there was, obviously, there would be some weight reduction there. take some measurements here. Thickness, we're going to look at right about 0.54 inches. And width in the pocket, 1.3. Let's get it on there. Yeah, about 1.32. So not too bad. Not too bad in the pocket. Now the pocket clip, as you can see there, fairly deep carry. Pretty decent in and out of the pocket. And then as far as what you have exposed, not too much. That's pretty nice. I bet we're rocking about 1/4 of an inch there. Yeah. Yeah, about 1/4 of an inch sticking out of the pocket. So not too bad. Pretty decent carry. I mean, you know, I like deeper carry knives. That's just me. Personal preference. But as I said, pretty nice in and out of pocket. There you go. You kind of see how it stands there off the knife. Pretty good carry in pocket. Like I said, it doesn't necessarily feel like it has that much heft to it. I mean, you can definitely feel it. But carries great. Carried great in pocket. For sure. Really, really like the way it carried. Now, my overall take on it, guys. Well, we're going to start out with, it's basically an artisan knife. And I've been a fan of Artisans. I really like what they're doing. They got a premium brand. They always usually have a premium version and a budget version of every knife they make. And I think that's awesome. It gives a wide variety of, you know, people that collect premium are going to go for the premium. People that maybe can't afford to collect premium are going to go budget. And I think that's absolutely, it's fantastic when a company does that. You know, offer two different buying levels for the same knife. Absolutely fantastic. Now, the CJRB had a pretty nice action on it. Snaps out there pretty well. It's a brand new knife with a little bit of break-in and a little bit of love. Maybe some oil. It might be drop shutty, but a little shake and shut. Not too bad. As I said, good action. Good solid lockup. I do like the blade profile. As you can see there, you've got a slight bit of a ramp. And then it comes down into this nice swedge across the drop point. Yeah, I just poked my hand, but I'm not bleeding. Trust me. I'm not going to show you. No, I'm not. See? Got a nice little sharpening trail there. They probably could have taken it back just a little bit more. I mean, you basically got an oversized sharpening trail. Definitely not big enough for the finger. Yeah, I'm going to cut myself. Not even going to try that. So they might have been able to take it back just a little bit more. Give you just a slight bit more cutting edge. But not too bad. As I said there, you got the ramp across the top of the knife. Now, I'm not necessarily pro-jimping or anti-jimping. My feeling is if you're going to put jimping on a knife, make it useful. That's me. Knives that have jimping, but it's not necessarily useful, I pretty much think that's a waste of time. Now, to be perfectly honest with you, on this knife, you've got the ramp. I really would kind of like to see a little bit of jimping there. Because as you bear down, you've got the ramp. My finger does want to slide up that ramp a little bit. And if you really come down on it from the top, you can get it. But I like the more, just let my thumb naturally rest. I think it could use a little bit of jimping there. I really could. Now, if I extend out on it, not a problem. But that's not necessarily the most comfortable. This is how my thumb naturally wants to rest. So that's just me. Again, it's totally and completely personal preference. But that's one I actually wouldn't mind to see a little bit of jimping on. As far as ergos, in hand, pretty comfortable in hand. The G10 has got really good gripability on it. Now, as far as the pocket clip in the grip, saber, not too bad. Hammer, I can feel it a little bit. Not bad, though. I can tell that it's there, but it's not too bad. Pretty good access to the liner lock. Yeah, not bad at all. I can get in there pretty well. It's got a, you can see there, it's got a decent cutout. So yeah, decent access to the liner lock. Now as far as the finish, G10, it's chamfered. Well, you can see there, I mean, it's chamfered and rounded really well. No sharp spots, nothing like that. The finish is done fairly well. The only thing is, you know, probably the skeletonization for just a little bit of weight reduction. Like I said, it's pushing almost 5 ounces. Doesn't carry heavy or anything like that. Not saying that at all. I had no issues carrying this knife. It's a pretty simple design, but that's exactly from what in speaking with Artisan, that's exactly what they're going for. Simple, quality knife. And, you know, I think this pretty much fits the bill. I really do. Blue liked it. He gave it an 8 overall. Now, as far as availability, in talking with Artisan about CJRB knives, they really, that was the one thing that the person that I was speaking to was really trying to, the simplistic, keep costs down, and that's kind of why I think we don't see a whole lot of milling going on there, is obviously any extra type of machine work is going to drive up price. And, you know, I believe that's just what they're going for. Simple, yet effective design. And I think they've accomplished that in this knife. I really do. They're going to try to keep the price point, you know, right around $40 on the street. That's for G10, D2. Yes, are there less expensive options out there? There are, for sure. But I think they're really trying to put out a good quality budget, and I've never had an issue with an Artisan knife, you know, other than maybe just not as a design that I'm crazy about. But as far as their build quality and that, never an issue. Never an issue with an Artisan budget knife. Now, they should be available coming up in September from what it sounds. They're not available right now. If you tried to go out and buy one right now, you'd have to go to, I did find it available on GearBest, but as far as US retailers, not available right now. They said it should be available sometime in September. They should be shipping out pretty soon, and they're pretty sure, the person I was speaking with said they're pretty sure they're going to be carried by Smoky Mountain Knife Works, White Mountain Knives, and other large retailers. That's, he names, the person, I can't say he, I don't know if it was a male or female. They mentioned Smoky Mountain Knife Works and White Mountain Knives by name, and then said, pretty sure they're going to be carried by other large retailers. So, you know, keep your eyes open. If you're a fan of the Artisan budget line, keep an eye out for these CJRB lines. The CJRB line of knives from the major retailers. Pretty solid knife, guys. Definitely. As I said, it's an Artisan knife. I really haven't been disappointed with the build quality of an Artisan budget knife. And I mean, it's basically what it is. It's a budget Artisan knife. I have no reason to believe that the quality won't be there as well, because it is in this knife, in my opinion. So thank you very much to Artisan for taking the time to show us their new line of knives. Really appreciate them sending out the models to us. Thank you guys for spending some time with me, checking out these knives. As always, guys, like, subscribe, leave me a comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.